Hey there. I'm only 1 minute late because the screen decided it was going to work after it didn't work before. But we're here. We are here. We are here. And it looks like the sound is working. We are ready. Happy Palm Sunday. Let me show you what AI can do if you have not experienced this before. This avatar up in the corner, which will be replaced by me in just a moment, is an AI image with a separate AI background. And right now, you will see my AI photo telling you about Social Work Expat.
Hey there, I'm Julie Nixon, MSW, founder of Social Work Expat LLC, where we provide project based AI literacy, strategic AI consulting, software testing, and writing assistant services. With a certification from the Berkeley Law AI Institute, I am currently the only AI certified professional social worker in the United States. I am a proud graduate of the UConn School of Social Work and have over 15 years of verifiable cross industry experience in social work, healthcare, education, law, and government. My work and life experiences have uniquely prepared me to help businesses and individuals leverage AI ethically and inclusively. Feel free to contact me today to discuss your one of a kind custom business needs.
Hey, that's me. That is what Social Work Expat does. And all of that was AI. Just here on a Sunday, having fun with AI. And look, here I am. Hey there. I have not tested LinkedIn. I will check to make sure that is working. But on Sunday brunches, I talk about I talk about social work, and I talk about Black women in the United States. I also talk about fragrances. And when I get back to my home base, I will also talk about what craft I am working on during this virtual brunch. The angles are all off, but we are here and I am moving this angle so you can see my shirt because guess what I did last week up till yesterday? I am now certified as a hypnotist. Here we go. I love learning things. It's pretty clear. I'm a gigantic nerd. I am now a official, minted, paid for and certified hypnotherapist. I will be talking about that more as we go along in the weeks and get started with a couple of other things. I'm going to move this window back to the thumbnail so that we know what exactly we're talking about this week. Fix this angle. So, who am I? AI just told you, but I'll tell you. My name is Julie Nixon. I am here as the social work expat, and I am currently the only professional social worker who is certified in AI in the United States, possibly the world. My certification came from the Berkeley Law AI Institute back in October, and I have many a social work experience that has helped me bring the social work perspective to generative AI. Now I'm going to talk about the perfume I have on today because this is brunch. It's what we do, and I love perfumes. So Travalia, who is a fantastic custom beauty consultant at the Nordstrom flagship store in New York City made a suggestion video about a fragrance. I need to buy it from her, and I will, but sometimes I need to test things before I just buy them. So I got this travel size, and I've been wearing this. I wore this. Hey, everybody from training. I wore this at training this past week. This is Valentino Jordana, born in Roma, green extravaganza. And what's funny to me, I really, really like this. It is bright, it is uplifting, it is sweet, but not too sweet, and it has a tea scent at the top, which is actually my favorite. It does, I love tea scents. This is very solidly a female leaning fragrance. That's not to say that anyone who likes it can't wear it, but you're gonna smell very girly. If you don't like to smell very girly, I wouldn't recommend this. But the tea in this, and then the citruses, and then the jasmine and vanilla, which I think is a base for the Valentino Born in Romas just in general, are there. This does not, so if you're looking for something that's beast mode, or if you're looking for something that is going to last you all day just from a couple of sprays, this is not it. But this is a vibe and an experience that if you are looking for something for spring or something that is inoffensive but smells nice to most people, and will smell nice to you, this really does it. I have had a fantastic time testing out this Valentino Jordana, born in Roma, green extravaganza. Cannot wait to get in touch with Travalia and get my full bottle. And I'm going to spray again because why not? The atomizer is okay. You know, it gets the job done. And just to show, like, pulling the sleeve, I think I can pull the sleeve. How much of this I used? This is like taking it out of the sleeve. I used half of it already. And that's what a travel size is for. Got my money's worth. If you are looking for a spring fragrance and you like tea fragrances, this has that. If you like a nice, light, bright, uplifting fragrance with jasmine and vanilla in the base, this is that. Really good stuff. And my lashes are still here. So I won't go into all of that. That is usually what I start with. And then we start talking about AI. Before we start talking about I tell a little story. I had a story in mind. I'm actually going to put a quote up that I posted this week, last week. It's Sunday, that I posted last week on my Instagram. And I posted this same quote before that on my LinkedIn, but it will go along with the stories that I tell. I cannot tell if we are on LinkedIn. I can see YouTube. I can't see LinkedIn, but that's all right. This quote is actually from Barbie and the 12 Dancing Princesses. And I watched it with my daughter because she loves the Barbie movies, and I endure most of the Barbie movies. I actually really like Barbie and the 12 Dancing Princesses. And the line in the store, the quote is, big or small, there is a difference only you can make. And the story I'm going to tell today is a personal story. about to stop doing these brunches, honestly. Um, Nobody watches, and I have enough content that I can use for months and months and months and months. So, honestly, what would be the point of me taking up time that I could actually go to brunch, which I love, sitting on the internet? And then and I even told my daughter in text, I said, this is the last live brunch that I'm going to do. This was 2 weeks ago because I really felt like, what was the point? Then some magical things started happening, which, if you keep going and you're consistent, there is magic in consistency. Last month, I had my first speaking engagement where I got to talk about AI and social work. And this month, I have had two additional virtual speaking engagements talking about AI and social work. One of those speaking engagements was actually the Black AI think tank over on LinkedIn. This was on Pi Day, which is March 14th at 7 p.m. It was a fantastic time. I I feel like I was the newest person on the block. There were so many heavy hitters in that virtual space, and I am very thankful that I got the opportunity to share with them and listen to their insights as I have been in the past. I actually shared the stage with Mr. John Passmore, and he is, as you can see right here, he is the creator of Latimer.AI. And as you saw in the little pop up, I asked him if it would be okay for me to test out Latimer AI here on the virtual Sunday brunch. He said yes, so we're going to do that. Oh, hi, Mama. I cannot see you in the chat. I can see you on my phone, but not the chat. Oh, yes, I slandered your movies, but we've talked about this. Like, I like the Barbie movies that have that orchestra behind them. So they're not all ballets, as you pointed out. We've got The Princess and the Pauper. We have um, the Christmas Carol one. No, the Nutcracker. I can deal with Rapunzel, but I really don't like that one either. Um, I'm using a service called Restream, and so I can see not only the YouTube, which is where you're commenting, but I can also see LinkedIn, which is where I am as well. No, I don't like Rapunzel because of the animation style, and I also find I always find that the quote non-white characters that they put into these, I'm not certain why they always have to be a villain. Uh, I don't really know if I like Mariposa or if I just tolerate it. But we could talk about this all the time. Rapunzel was their first movie. It okay, yes, the animation style, but also why does the whiny entitled villain, the girl character of Kelsey Grammer's Bird, villain character, why does she have to be Asian? Everybody else is white. There are things that are encoded in our media that sometimes goes unchallenged. And is she a weasel? I thought she was a bird. Anyway, yes, I'm slandering Barbie, but because I am super tired from this whole week of hypnotherapy training, I'm going to do what I can with what I have, and then I'm going to go take a little nap. But as I was saying with the story, I am very much into following what is working. And I'm also a work in progress. So, right when I was about to give up these live virtual brunches, magic started to happen. And I am going to keep up with them. They might be shorter, they're still going to have pretty much the same format, and there's always going to be an AI literacy component, but I was going to give them up entirely. I think I'll keep going. Oh, Barbie Swan Lake. Then yes, I definitely don't like the Rapunzel one at all. I like Barbie Swan Lake. Thank you for that clarification, Mama. Um, but going back to this Black AI think tank, there were so many smart, accomplished, learned, connected people in this particular broadcast and every broadcast of the Black AI think tank. Sometimes I feel as though I don't necessarily have anything to contribute. But going back to what Barbie and the 12 Dancing Princesses taught me, big or small, there is a difference only you can make. And there is a difference that only I can make. And I'm going to keep walking down this path to discover what that difference is. And for some people, it might be big. And for some people, it might be small. But every small difference incrementally makes up for a cumulative big difference in the end. So that is my hope. And that is my story for today. We will get right into, I'm looking at the chat. We will get right into the AI literacy portion of our virtual brunch. But first, I'm going to play a commercial. There's my little avatar. I actually made this avatar for a job application that I put in for Anthropic. And they never watched the video or anything, but the avatar came out so cute that I use her for other things.
And this, she's mentioned in the very beginning of my thank you chapter. Julissa Nixon kicked my butt on this book. She was like, "Girl, you're gonna write in 50 days. I want the draft." And I was like, "There's no way I can write a book in 50 days." But she's one of those people, if you know her,
yes,
that made it happen. And she offered me a lot of very honest feedback. I think she's a very dynamite woman boss, and this book would not have been written had it not been for her.
yes, I do know her well, and I'm so glad you mentioned her. I've been following her for a while, and she is such a quiet force, but one is so intensely positive and really wants to see you do well. And that you is like anybody who crosses her. Really wants to see you do well. And I know she's doing her own thing in the AI.
She is.
And make sure that we drop her socials in this particular podcast. But we want to shout you out, Julissa, for being a boss, making boss moves in your community. So thank you for that. Another segment that we like to delve
Feel free to email me for a free confidential 30-minute consultation. I am available, and we'll finish this commercial out with all of this particular ad is generated with AI. The image is AI, the voice is AI, the AI tool to make the image talk is AI, the virtual background is AI. Everything except for the content, as in the words that are being spoken, are AI.
Hey there, I'm Julissa Nixon, MSW, founder of Social Work Expat LLC, where we provide project-based AI literacy, strategic AI consulting, software testing, and writing assistance services. With a certification from the Berkeley Law AI Institute, I am currently the only AI-certified professional social worker in the United States. I am a proud graduate of the UConn School of Social Work and have over 15 years of verifiable cross-industry experience in social work, healthcare, education, law, and government. My work and life experiences have uniquely prepared me to help businesses and individuals leverage AI ethically and inclusively. Feel free to contact me today to discuss your one-of-a-kind custom business needs.
Okay, commercials over. It is time to get to the AI literacy portion of our virtual brunch. We are trying out Latimer.AI, and I wanted to go back to when I first taught myself prompt engineering and streamed it during my lunch times. We are going to walk through signing up for Latimer.AI, which I will drop the link in the chat. It is Latimer.ai, and it's very helpful. There is an automatic redirect. If you go into any search engine and just type in Latimer.ai, it will absolutely bring you right to the web page. Okay, LinkedIn looks like it's not working, but that's all right. We're going to keep going. My OG is YouTube, and that is what we're going to work with. No, knowing me, I know how I am. Let me fix this. Okay, yes, I know that I just played this, but trying to get this fixed, I'm going to play it again. I'll play this one. Hopefully that's enough time for me to fix this.
And this, she's mentioned in the very beginning of my thank you chapter, Julissa Nixon kicked my butt on this book. She was like, girl, you're going to write in 50 days. I want the draft. And I was like, there's no way I can write a book in 50 days. But she's one of those people, if you know her,
yes,
that made it happen. And she offered me a lot of very honest feedback. I think she's a very dynamite woman boss. And this book would not have been written had it not been for her.
Yes, I do know her well, and I'm so glad you mentioned her. I've been following her for a while, and she is such a quiet force, but one is so intensely positive and really wants to see you do well. And that you is like anybody who crosses her. Really wants to do well. And I know she's doing her own thing in the AI.
She is.
And make sure that we drop her socials in this particular podcast. But we want to shout you out, Julissa, for being a boss, making boss moves in your community. So thank you for that. another segment that we like to delve.
I'm just trying to get LinkedIn connected, so I will play this one again while I make sure that I get
Hey
this
there,
taken care
I'm
of.
Julissa Nixon, MSW, founder of Social Work Expat LLC, where we provide project-based AI literacy, strategic AI consulting, software testing, and writing assistant services. With a certification from the Berkeley Law AI Institute, I am currently the only AI certified professional social worker in the United States. I am a proud graduate of the UConn School of Social Work and have over 15 years of verifiable cross-industry experience in social work, healthcare, education, law, and government. My work and life experiences have uniquely prepared me to help businesses and individuals leverage AI ethically and inclusively. Feel free to contact me today to discuss your one-of-a-kind custom business needs.
Okay, it took another round, but I got LinkedIn connected. Hey there, let me take my avatar off and get started. We are trying out, as the thumbnail says, we are trying out Latimer.AI today. And I wanted to make sure that LinkedIn was hooked in. Thanks for your patience, Mama, while I got that fixed. There we go. All right, we are back. And excuse me, I put Latimer.ai into the chat. So if you are following along, it is Latimer.ai. And we're going right from the beginning. We're at the sign up page right now. And we will get this started. So there are two buttons for sign up. There's one right here in the upper right corner, 3 in, and then there is one right here at the bottom of the landing page. I'm going to click on sign up. And here is the create an account portion. And you can see that you can continue with Google or you can continue with LinkedIn. I am going to continue with Google because that's what I have been doing on pretty much all of these. If you look at any of my old videos. So I'll just go right here and we'll click continue. Okay. It says here, I'm just going to read what's on the screen. The sign up was super easy, so that's wonderful. And it says you're on the free plan. It says enjoy up to 100 messages from Latimer per day. And it says get full access for as little as $9.99 a month. That is half of what I am paying for ChatGPT. Currently, ChatGPT is the only AI chatbot tool that I pay for. All the other ones that I have talked about and used on Social Work Expat YouTube channel are the free versions. And let's view the plans. Let's see what we get here. So we're on the free plan right now. And it says here, embrace the power of inclusive AI. An individual plan is $9.99 per month. It says unlock unlimited knowledge. It has unlimited messages. You can upload files, which you can do for the paid version of ChatGPT. You can also do that for Claude, all levels of Claude, and I believe that the paid version of Gemini, you can do that as well. I don't have the paid version of Gemini, so I cannot compare. It says you can export your chats. So that is interesting. I would love to see more about that. So I'll just keep that in my head. You have access to our inclusive knowledge base. That is included in the free version as well. It says absolutely no speed throttling. This is for the individual plan, which is $9.99 per month. And the individual plan, it says you have first to access new features. So those are all of the benefits of having an individual plan, which is $9.99 per month. And then there is an organizational plan, which it says you can inquire for pricing. All of the features for the individual plan are included. You get priority support and preferred pricing. Here, for in the organizations, it says educate students, employees, or organization members with a focus on mitigating bias and promoting deep inclusion. I'm really excited to try this out. Hey, Johnny, how you doing? Johnny is one of my new friends from last week's hypnotherapy certification. Johnny was a rock star. Johnny is a rock star. Anybody who's watching this who is in the Malibu area and is looking for a rock star experience should absolutely get in touch with Johnny. And hey, friend, you know what we talked about. So when you get that cracking, you got to let me know how it turns out. Hey, so we are on the AI literacy part of our little virtual brunch, and we are testing out Latimer.AI today. Um, oh, thank you. I received that. Um, Mama, if you're still in the chat, you should say you should say hi to Johnny. I think you all would have some fun conversations. I'll just say that. Um, and you might not. I could be totally wrong, but say hi to Johnny, Mama. Already? Okay, so my my friend, I need a report. We're doing brunch now. All right, so the whole point of virtual brunch is that there's a brunch component, and you absolutely at brunch have to like spill. You don't have to put it in the chat, but I I want to know the magic, and I know it's magic, and you because you're magic. So this is fantastic. Oh, good. You all have fun. Have a little, have a little hi, a little chat. Um, Mama is saying hi to you, Johnny, in the chat. That is my daughter that I am so proud of, and you all, I think, would have some fun conversations. Maybe not about all the woo stuff that we've been doing, but some fun conversations. So, we're on the free plan of Latimer AI, and I am going to test out this particular AI chatbot. This chatbot has a commitment to deep inclusion. And if you look at any of my old videos where I was teaching myself prompt engineering using the free version of ChatGPT, um, you will notice with the use cases that I would ask questions about Black women in the United States, ChatGPT struggled very much with answering those questions accurately or at all. And I would love to test out some of those questions here. I'm going to read what's on the screen here. Hold on. Oh, voice message? Oh, good times. Mama, so Johnny is a voiceover artist, and as he's many things, but as soon as if you all ever if you ever hear his voice, you will absolutely know that he is stellar at being a voiceover artist. Um, this is good times. I am excited. And because I'm a gigantic nerd, I am also excited to do this AI literacy part. I love all of this, all of it. Um, if I get to do this all day, every day, talking with people about what their goals and plans are, seeing those things come to life in an exciting and fulfilling way for them, that's it. And show them how to use AI to help them get there. That's it. That's all. That's it. That is like me living the life. So this virtual brunch is like me living the life right now. So it says, please be aware that while Latimer is cons- constantly evolving for a variety of uses, it's not yet perfect. While Latimer will always return some response, it can occasionally generate a false response. Additionally, its knowledge is based on its training, which uses data up until July 2023. That's when I started in generative AI. And it says, so more recent events may not be reflected in the responses. That is okay. That is perfectly fine. The questions that I'm going to ask Latimer should be within its scope. Let's get started. Hold on. Oh, good. You all are just chatting away in the chat. I will let you all chat away in the chat. And I'm going to ask Latimer.ai a question. Let's see what question. Um, okay. I'm going to ask it. When I was teaching myself prompt engineering, I would ask a job question, I would ask a business question, and I would ask a question about Black women in the United States. So I think I will follow that for this model as well. So I'm going to ask a job question. Okay, please tell me about, please tell me 10 jobs that people with master's degrees in social work can get. Please include the median salary for each job in your response. So this is a very generic question. Let's see what Latimer is going to give us. I like the interface. I like that it's high contrast, black and white, with red, in the logo. And I'm going to see if I can get this to like move over. It doesn't look like it. Okay. It says here are 10 jobs that individuals with a master's degree in social work can pursue along with their median salaries. Okay. We have clinical social worker with a median salary of $61,553 per year. We have mental health therapist with a median salary of $50,642 per year. We have school social worker with a median salary of $50,239 per year. We have a healthcare social worker with a median salary of $56,162 per year. We have a substance abuse counselor. The median salary for that is $40,811 per year. We have a child welfare case manager with a median salary of $40,374 per year. We have a program manager for a nonprofit organization with a median salary of $58,912 per year. We have a policy analyst with a median salary of $60,265 per year. We have a crisis intervention specialist with a median salary of $44,429 per year. And then Latimer ends this response with, these roles offer a wide range of opportunities for individuals with a master's degree in social work to make a significant impact in various fields and communities. This is interesting because, with the exception of the substance abuse counselor, hold on, I haven't worked in a hospital, so not a healthcare social worker. I've done pretty much every single one of these and clinically trained, so number one, but not with a license. And I will tell you that the median salaries must have been bumped up from when I was doing this work, because it's actually not. Bye, Johnny. So this right here is pretty accurate. And what I like about this response is it got right to the point. I asked for 10 jobs. It gave me 10 jobs. I asked for the median salary in my prompt. It gave the median salary. It didn't do a whole bunch of tap dancing around, which is what ChatGPT does, which is what Gemini does. And also, Claude does it as well. It doesn't do it quite as much as the other two, but this got right to the point. I like that. I like that a lot. So that is our first use case. I'm going to say thank you. And I'll say, please. Let's see. What question should I ask? I'm not going to dig into these as much as I would, because I'm not trying to go down a rabbit hole. I'm just testing out Latimer. I know I'm going to ask a business case. So please compare the requirements for a certified, okay, to become a certified project manager and a social work program manager. Okay, please compare the education requirements, in your response, hold on, I'm going to change this. So in your include a comparison of the educational requirements, any certification requirements, and the time frame it takes to acquire. I'm going to spell acquire wrong, but we're going to roll with it. What do I want to know? So while I'm putting this prompt together, I am asking for what I want. And then this part of the prompt, I am asking for what I want it to include in the response. So what do I want? I want to know How much time does it take? So the education requirements, which is how much time does it take? Are there any certification requirements? And how much time does that take? And then I want to know the salary and median salary. I don't ask for average salary because the average takes all of the numbers together and then just gives an average. But if you ask for a median, it's going to give you the actual middle. So that's why I asked for the median salary. And median salary for both jobs, right? And now I'm going to, in this prompt, tell Latimer how I want the response to come out. So please format your response as a 3-column table. Okay. Column 1 is, I don't want to call it a rubric. So the criteria. No, I'm going to call it a rubric items above, right? Let's see if the AI can keep track of what I'm saying, right? Now we have column 2. If I spell it right, column 2 is going to be the certified program manager, project manager, sorry, right? And then column 3 is going to be the social work program manager. Okay. And I'm going to fix the beginning of the prompt and put a master's degree level. All right. So when I formulated this prompt, I told Latimer what it is that I want it to do. And then I gave it parameters about what to include in the response and also how to format that response. So let's see what it does. And we're spinning. The little spinny thing is cute. It just gave it, I kind of love this. I kind of love this. The columns are here. The headings are correct. The rubric items are right. And I'm going to read what the differences are. All right, so for the certified project manager, a bachelor's degree is required, a master's degree is recommended. I will say that from some other studies and other work that I've done and that I know, a bachelor's degree is actually not required to become a certified project manager. Not in all situations. So this is mostly right. Now, for the social work program manager, a master's degree in social work is required. Now, for the certification requirements, a certified project manager or a CPM certification is preferred but is not always mandatory. All right. And then for a social work program manager, licensure as a licensed clinical social worker or LCSW is typically required. That is sort of true. You definitely need additional years of experience to get to the program manager portion of a social work program, but You don't always need an LCSW. Now for the time frame for certification. Here, for the certified project manager, it says it varies, but typically the CPM can be obtained within 6 months to 1 year. For a social work program manager, it says obtaining the LCSW can take several years after completing the master's degree. So, this is true, but with the information that I know because I'm a social worker, it's a 2 year master's degree program, right? So you did 4 years of undergrad. Now, if you got a bachelor's in social work and you just did the additional year to get your master's, that's 5 years of school. Then, if you move on to become an LCSW, that's 3 years of certification, supervision time, right? So, work in the field, another 3 years. We're at 8 years. And then you have to pass the test. For some people, they pass the first time. For some people, they pass the 8th time. And for some people, they just give up. So we are looking at, to become a social work program manager, at least 8 years. So certified project manager, 6 months to 1 year, possibly a bachelor's degree, but you actually don't always need one, to 8 years, social work program manager. The median salary for a certified project manager is $90,139 per year. The median salary for a social work program manager is $67,023 per year. And as I said, these are 2023, July 2023 numbers, and I can absolutely attest to the fact that the median salary for certified project managers is this, which means that is the middle of the road. You could make more, or you could make some less, but not that much less. And for the median salary for a social work program manager, this looks about right for 2023 numbers. I never made that amount of money as a program manager, um, including for the state of South Carolina as a grant manager. But I just asked this question because I've asked this question in the past of other AI chatbots, and also to show how much difference there is in these two seemingly different areas. I'm going to dig into this one a little bit more. And before I do that, I'll just check the chat. Okay, that's great. I am going to ask Latimer to compare the skills needed for these two jobs. Okay, so I'm going to say thank you. Please compare the skills and not the qualifications because we have that. The skills and typical job duties of a certified project manager and a social work program manager. I have already asked this question back when I was teaching myself prompt engineering. I asked ChatGPT this question, and if you dig in the archives, you can find the exact conversation. I'm going to ask Latimer to please provide a point by point comparison. I would, and I'm giving reasoning behind it. I didn't do this before. I would like to evaluate the transferable skills a social work program manager has that can translate to becoming a certified project manager. Because if we look at a point by point comparison between what it takes to be a social work program manager and what it takes to be a certified project manager, that's like just from the median salaries alone, that is like a $13,000 difference a year. That doesn't include the bonuses and other perks and benefits of working in a corporate environment. So let's see what Latimer has to say. Okay, I really like this. I also like the fact that if you look over here on the left side, Latimer at the beginning page said that the free version, you can get up to 100 messages per day for the free version. It's right here keeping track of the messages so that I can keep track and know how many I have left. That's really helpful. Okay, so skills and job duties. And look, I didn't ask Latimer to put these things in a table, it just did it, which I like. I like that a lot. So we have skills and job duties. Certified program manager skills. They need strong leadership skills. They need excellent communication skills. They need time management and organization. They need problem solving abilities, and they need risk management expertise. Social work program managers need leadership and team building skills. Mhm. They need excellent communication and interpersonal skills. Uh-huh. They need program development and valuation skills, advocacy and community engagement skills, conflict resolution, and crisis intervention. So, looking at the job duties of a certified project manager, they need to develop project plans, goals, and timelines. They need to coordinate and manage project teams. They need to monitor and track project progress. They need to identify and mitigate risks, and they need to communicate project updates to stakeholders. A social work program manager needs to develop and implement social work programs. They need to supervise program staff and volunteers. They need to evaluate program effectiveness and outcomes. They need to advocate for clients and communities, and they need to provide direct services and support to clients. Here we have a list of 5 transferable skills. So, leadership skills. Both roles require strong leadership abilities to guide teams and achieve program or project goals effectively. Both of them need communication skills. Excellent communication skills are essential in both positions to interact with stakeholders, clients, and team members. Program development says social work program managers have experience in developing programs, which can be beneficial in project management. Advocacy and community engagement. It says skills in advocacy and community engagement from social work roles are valuable for managing projects involving diverse stakeholders. And then problem solving. It says both roles involve solving complex problems and addressing challenges to ensure successful outcomes. I don't know about you, but it looks a lot like there are several transferable skills that social work program managers have that could translate into becoming a certified project manager, which has a median income of $13,000 more per year. And fewer educational requirements. So that's something to think about if you are a social worker. I like the fact that Latimer is answering the questions and doesn't give a whole lot of extra like fluffy stuff. It's just getting right to the point, which I love. And so the last question, I'm following sort of. I'm following the use cases that I used to teach myself prompt engineering back in July of 2023. And the question, the use cases that I always had always ended with some prompt about Black women in the United States. And so Latimer is marketed as for deep inclusion. I am going to ask one, which is most of the questions that I asked ChatGPT, that it had a really hard time answering. So, which one? Which one? Which one? I think I'm going to ask the 10 wealthiest Black American women question that I asked ChatGPT, and it was putting people who aren't from the United States, it was putting men. Um, ChatGPT had a hard time answering this question. So let's see what Latimer can do. Okay, thank you. I would like to ask you for information on a different topic now. Okay, so this, I'm just saying, I'm setting this up as this is a different subject, so it can ignore the earlier interactions. So I'm going to actually say, please disregard our earlier messages when formulating, when responding next, right? So that cleans the slate and I don't have to start a whole new chat. This is just to clean the slate, right? And I pressed Shift Enter, which just used up a message. So Shift Enter will not give you a new line in Latimer, and that's good to know. You just have to freeform ask your question. And so I used up a message. If you know that you have a limited number of messages, be careful how you press keys. I'll just say that. All right. So I'm going to say, please tell, okay, please list the 10 wealthiest Black American women from 1900 to the present. If I can spell. Okay, to the present, right? Um, please include their estimated net worth in your response. That's it. That's it. That's what I'm going to put. I want to see what Latimer has to say. ChatGPT did a terrible job with this. It said, nope, can't do it. Okay, let's ask a different question. Please list 10 Black American women Okay, I'll ask a different question. It couldn't answer that one. All right. Okay, let's see if I take the criteria out. Please list the 10 wealthiest Black American women and just took out the rest of it. Let's see what happens. No, I don't want their net worth. So, okay, we're not getting that. Um, let's try something else. Please tell me about 10 Black American women patent holders. Please include what they what their patent is for. This is also a question that I asked ChatGPT and it had a lot of trouble answering. Oh, okay. Let's ask a different question. Please, this is a question that I didn't ask ChatGPT. This is just a general question about Black folks in the United States. Please tell me about the history of the AME Church. AME stands for African Methodist Episcopal Church. And let's see what Latimer has to say about this general Black American topic. There it is. So, um, Latimer was able to give me that, and it is the African Methodist Episcopal AME Church has a rich and significant history in the United States. Founded by Richard Allen in 1793, the AME Church was a response to the discrimination and segregation African Americans faced in predominantly white Methodist churches. Richard Allen, along with Absalom Jones, laid the foundation for the church's establishment by forming the Free African Society in 1787. The establishment of the AME Church marked a pivotal moment in African American history, providing a space where Black worshipers could practice their faith freely and without discrimination. The AME Church became a center of community empowerment, social justice advocacy, and spiritual upliftment for African Americans. Furthermore, AME Church played a crucial role in the abolitionist movement, providing a platform for African Americans to speak out against slavery and advocate for social change. The church also focused on education and community development, contributing to the advancement of African American communities across the country. The AME Church's legacy is deeply entwined with the civil rights movement, as it served as a hub for organizing and activism during this pivotal period in American history. Today, the AME Church continues to stand as a beacon of hope, resilience, and empowerment for African Americans and communities around the world. That is in regular English. It is easy to follow and very nicely done. So that's good. I'm going to ask Latimer one more question. I have to think about what it is. Okay. While I think about what it is, I'm going to play an ad. I'm going to play an ad. So, for project-based AI literacy, I have a program called the Book Doula where I provide custom writing plans and accountability partnership. And this is from an interview with my very first published author, Dr. Melissa Bloom.
And this, she's mentioned in the very beginning of my thank you chapter. Julissa Nixon kicked my butt on this book. She was like, "Girl, you're gonna write in 50 days. I want the draft." And I was like, "There's no way I can write a book in 50 days." But she's one of those people, if you know her,
Yes.
that made it happen. And she offered me a lot of very honest feedback. I think she's a very dynamite woman boss, and this book would not have been written had it not been for her.
Yes, I do know her well, and I'm so glad you mentioned her. I've been following her for a while, and she is such a quiet force, but is so intensely positive and really wants to see you do well. And that you is like anybody who crosses her. Really wants to see you do well. And I know she's doing her own thing in the AI.
She is.
And make sure that we drop her socials in this particular podcast. But we want to shout you out, Julissa, for being a boss, making boss moves in your community. So thank you for that. Another segment that we like to delve.
And you can email me for a free confidential 30-minute consultation.
And the
email is on the screen. And I have the question, so let's get back to it. Let me fix this window. All right, here we go. I am going to ask Latimer about rosewood. All right, so thank you. Please tell me about Rosewood, Florida. Rosewood, the town on which the movie Rosewood was based. The movie Rosewood came out sometime in the 90s because I remember watching it when I was in college. And I know that there was an actual town called Rosewood, so let's see what Latimer has to say. All right, here it is. It says, I got it right. It was Florida. It says, the town of Rosewood, Florida was the setting for a tragic and infamous event known as the Rosewood Massacre that occurred in January 1923. Rosewood was a predominantly African American community in Levy County, Florida, with a population of both Black and white residents. The Rosewood Massacre was sparked by a false accusation by a white woman, Fannie Taylor, who claimed she had been assaulted by a Black man. This accusation led to a violent mob of white residents from neighboring towns descending upon Rosewood seeking retribution. The mob terrorized and attacked the residents of Rosewood, resulting in the deaths of several African Americans and the destruction of many homes and businesses in the community. The horrors of the Rosewood Massacre led to the displacement and dispersal of the remaining residents, with many fleeing to other areas for safety. The events at Rosewood remained largely suppressed and undocumented for decades until the 1980s, when survivors and descendants began to speak out about the tragedy. The movie Rosewood, released in 1997, brought national attention to the massacre and sought to shed light on the racial violence and injustice that occurred in the town. The legacy of Rosewood serves as a solemn reminder of the lasting impact of racial violence and discrimination in American history. That's Rosewood, all right. All right, I'm going to ask one more question. I'm up to 18 messages, and this is going to be the last one. I could do this all day because, this is what I love to do, but I am fatigued and need to take a little nap. So I am going to ask about move. I think it's called move. Please tell me about move in Philadelphia. Okay, let's see what Latimer has to say. I have not asked any other chatbot about Rosewood or about move. Okay. Move was a radical community-based organization founded in Philadelphia in 1972. The group's ideology was a blend of Black liberation, revolutionary socialism, and a back to nature philosophy. Move members adopted the surname Africa to symbolize their solidarity with Africa and their philosophy of returning to a natural way of life. The group's beliefs centered around the idea of a system of government that operated without laws, taxes, or materialism. They lived communally in a house in West Philadelphia, adopting a lifestyle that rejected modern technologies and relied on natural resources. Move's presence in Philadelphia was controversial and often led to conflicts with authorities. In 1978, a confrontation between Move members and the police resulted in a shootout that left one police officer dead and several Move members injured. The incident, known as the Move Shootout, escalated tensions between the group and the city government. In 1985, a standoff between Move members and the police culminated in the bombing of Move's headquarters in the Cobbs Creek neighborhood of Philadelphia. The bombing resulted in a devastating fire that destroyed over 60 homes and killed 11 people, including 5 children. The events surrounding Move in Philadelphia highlighted deep-seated issues of racial tension, police brutality, and government overreach. The group's confrontations with authorities and the tragic outcomes underscored the challenges faced by marginalized communities seeking social change and justice. So, I only know about Move because my children's father took me to that location when we were living in Philadelphia. This was during my lifetime because, I was alive in 1985. And I don't think that I ever heard about Move in anything until their dad showed me the location and told me the story. I would not have even known to ask Latimer this question without having the life experience and actual knowledge to ask. One thing about AI chatbots is that they will give you, they will search in their little archives for what they have, but you have to ask the question. The prompt is everything. So that was very helpful. I am thankful that I was able to try out Latimer.AI. If you are interested in testing out and using Latimer.AI, the link is in the chat. I will also add it to the description of this video. Yeah, it is gross. And I definitely encourage you to try out Latimer for yourself, especially if you are interested in having a more inclusive and actually more to the point response from an AI chatbot. That was really great. I want to thank Mr. John Passmore for letting me test out Latimer here on my YouTube channel. And before I head off to take a little nap and get busy with the next set of things that I have to do, I want to say, I take these glasses off so I can see a little bit better. If nobody has told you this week, you look fabulous. You smell even better. I wish you a week filled with food that is tasty to your taste buds and satisfying to your tummy. I hope that you hear voices of loved ones and music that is soothing to your soul, affirming, and uplifting, as well as entertaining. I hope that you are able to touch textures that are pleasing to you, warm and inviting. And most of all, I hope and wish for you this week that you walk in environments that are safe, both mentally and physically, for you. You know that idea that you mentioned in a meeting at work? That was a good idea. You have good ideas. And sometimes we need a little bit of help taking those ideas and bringing them to life. If you feel like you need some help bringing your ideas to life, either as, with some help from a mindset coach or an accountability partner to get your book published, I am available. I will stick my little email address for the book doula up here, or you can always DM me, or I can be reached, or you can learn more about me at socialworkexpat.com. Have a fantastic week. Thank you for taking the ride with me today, and I will see you next time. More reading? You're almost at the end, Mama. Keep going. You got this. Mommy loves you. Bye.
Hey there, I'm Julie Nixon, MSW, founder of Social Work Expat LLC, where we provide project-based AI literacy, strategic AI consulting, software testing, and writing assistance services. With a certification from the Berkeley Law AI Institute, I am currently the only AI certified professional social worker in the United States. I am a proud graduate of the UConn School of Social Work and have over 15 years of verifiable cross-industry experience in social work, healthcare, education, law, and government. My work and life experiences have uniquely prepared me to help businesses and individuals leverage AI ethically and inclusively. Feel free to contact me today to discuss your one-of-a-kind custom business needs.